Hey guys, how are you? Jim here. I got a little spot here to detect today. They got the corn down, and in this clump of trees here there used to be a house. It dates back to, the map I saw was 1870s, I believe. So I'm not sure how much previous to that the house was here. I've detected it before around the house when it wasn't all overgrown and the house was still here. I didn't get anything but a couple wheat pennies. It was all nails. It was years and years ago. I was just getting into the E-Track then. Might even have had the SE, the Explorer SE that is. But didn't do well here. I haven't really checked the cornfield. It's been a lot of years. And now I've got some different machines that are a lot faster in the iron because there's a lot of iron waste out here. So I'm hoping that maybe we can pick something out of the cornfield, maybe a couple coins or buttons or something. So I've got the Deus with me. It's been raining on and off. I figured this way I can just stick it in my pocket if it starts raining again, and give me a chance to get more used to the machine too. So let's give it a shot, and I'll kick the camera back on when we get going. Alright guys, and I kid you not, I just turned on the detector right about there, walked here, swung my coil right here. Very first swing, I got like an 80s. Where'd it go? Here it is, look at it. It must be modern, it's 8 up. Yeah, or it's been hit by the plow pretty bad. I think it's probably 8 up. It's probably zinking. Yeah, there's a Lincoln head on there. See if we can get the date. Yeah, it's a memorial, guys. This was, it's just a modern coin. Hey, that's a good sign. No signal right away. I mean, I obviously hope we get some older stuff. But, okay, sometimes you know how that is, though. You get that first signal, turns out to be something, and then you don't get anything for the rest of the hunt. So, alright, get back at it. Alright guys, nothing much to report. I've walked down to about here, come across lots of glass and pottery. I've dug several pieces of old copper, brass. I've got, let's see, got a couple of rings, you know, just a ring, but, you know, I hit good. Check that out. Just laying here. Oh, the thing is, I don't think it's complete. Oh, yeah, it's broke. Oh, only a small piece broke out. Cool. That'll be alright. You know, when I was a kid, I'm ashamed of it. When I was a kid, we got railroad tracks around here. There was tons of these on the tracks. We used to smash them for fun. What an idiot I was. Kick myself for that. But yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm gonna set that aside and pick that up on my way out. So yeah, there's definitely going to be some finds in here. I smell some large scents. I'm hoping for some reals. To us here in the States, US, it's kind of a hammer for me, I guess. Closest thing I'm going to come to it. So Deus is performing flawlessly. I'm using Gary's hot program because of all the iron. Shout out to Gary for that. Although I got to talk to Gary about a few things, but other than that, a big shout out to him and thank you for it. And I'm going to get back at it here, guys. Windy as heck out. I'm really kind of cold. Big section out there is kind of low looking. Oh, there comes the sun. I hope it stays out. Need the wind to die off. Alright, get back at it. Hey guys. Here I am. It's pretty windy out here today. I hope you can hear me alright. I haven't found anything yet, still. Just that one old memorial that was rotting away when I first walked in. A few cool pieces of, you know, old metal relic type stuff, but nothing great though. Found this one jobby. It's like a light bulb here, but I don't know what that jobby is coming out of it. some old scrap. I found something here I want to show you guys. I think I showed this in a video the other day. Here's a piece of, looks like a rock kind of, but then when you look at it, it's an oyster shell. Or clam shell, I should say, because there ain't oysters around here. It's clams, freshwater clams. So, yeah, everybody used to eat them apparently back then. So it's probably a little treat just like it is nowadays. There's quite a few of them in the waterways, and of course back then all the waterways were clean. You could eat those. I wouldn't eat them around here now. But yeah, you guys see this. You know, obviously there was a house here. We know there was a house here, but you find these somewhere, protect that area. Some people were there. So I'll get back at it. The wind's a little bit milder back here behind these trees, but it's kind of coming from this direction and around, so it's not helping a ton. See, the farmer still got his equipment over there. This farmer is part of a gigantic farm. I mean, these are one of these big corporate farms. They go around and buy up all the little guys. That's my family's farm fell victim to that, and these guys do it, and they do it quick. So this field will probably be worked up and have something else on it in another day or two. I wouldn't be surprised, depending on the weather. So I got to kind of work fast. And of course the weather isn't cooperating, so I'll do the best I can. But of course that always gives me, you know, more hunting in the future. You know, like I said, you got to work what you can when you can, and be kind of quick at it. Unfortunately, our schedules don't always agree with that. So, all right, I'm gonna get back at it, and hopefully we find something to film for you. Hey guys, got one here. Finally got something I consider decent. Wasn't very deep. It would come in like in 76. Tiny little button. You know what? Excuse me. It might not be a button. That might be a nail that's been cut. Well, tell me what you think. Alright guys, we'll get back at it. By the way, I've been using this pinpointer for a couple weeks now, and I gotta say it's about the nicest pinpointer I've ever used. My only issue with it was the sheath that it comes with. Is that the sheath has this clip on the back to secure it to your belt. Every time I go to pull it off, it was pulling off my belt, so I end up putting it right inside my pouch. So they just need to add a loop to the back of this so that it attaches to the belt better. But this is most stable. I don't have to touch the ground when I start it up, and I can get some massive depth out of it. I'm probably about out to here on the 4 setting. So I usually run at about 3, and it just works awesome. It's very firm. It's not heavy. I can dig around with the tip with it. It doesn't seem to, you know, it doesn't bend, doesn't flex. Very sturdy. The only other thing I could say is maybe give it some tip guards, and maybe keep the holes here filled up so we don't get packed with dirt. But I'm probably pretty confident. So, alright, I'll get back with you. Hey guys, we're back at it, but I got chased out of the field earlier. It started pouring, so I didn't get any more footage or any more hunting in, period. So, and of course it's raining again. It's close to dark. I got about an hour maybe if I'm lucky. I'm back at the site I've been coming to, my old faithful, but they cut across the field. There's a cornfield behind that hedgerow. They cut a couple rows out. I'm going to take a walk over there and test it. I've never hunted it, and it is pouring, so I'm going to keep the detector in my pocket and just the controller in my pocket anyways. So, alright, we'll give it a try before I get totally drenched. Guys, look, you can see a deer right there. It's a doe. wagging her tail. There she goes. Oh, there goes another one. I also just saw a raccoon head into the corn just a few minutes ago. They're all out on the move. I think we got some weather coming in. And you got all this yummy corn here for them to eat. I'm not finding anything in here. Nothing at all. Hey guys. Well, I left the cornfield over there and I came back over to the house here. I wasn't getting any hits, not even any iron, so no, there's no activity. Wasn't any hand farming done over there. I come back over to this yard where, I mean, I have pounded and pounded and pounded this, gone over it very heavily with the mine labs. Just out of boredom and nowhere to hunt sometimes, just come here and over and over and over and tested lots of machines. I have not come up through this front of this at all with the Noctas or the macro or any of that thing. I haven't had a chance. I only did that back corner a little bit. But I come up here with the Deus just because I didn't have anything to do, and I found a lot of silver out in this front lawn here. And I got a coin. As you can hear, there's lots of iron in this pile. Now we're having a hard time even picking the coin up. But it's there, you can see it. And it's just a modern coin, it's a memorial. But it was fairly deep, right down about there, and there's all kinds of iron in the hole. So, I'm really enthused that I can come back through here with the Deus and probably definitely the Noctas, because this their reactivity is extremely high. It's equal probably to about 3 on the Deus. Very fast, and they use, I think the Velox is 17.5 and the Forest Core is 15, I believe. Good frequencies for finding that small stuff. Right now I'm on Deus fast. Perfect 88. Make sure it's not my shovel. Perfect 89.90, guys. $87, dead on. 86 now. Alright, let's dig that out. That's gotta be a coin, or it's a perfect round signal too, very smooth. It's very wet, damp. I'm glad we got the moisture, but a little muddy. Yeah, it's up in the lid. There's just iron and stuff up in here too. Big chunk of pottery right next to her stuff. That's fine china, real thin. Somebody broke mom's good pottery. The lady that used to live in this house was my old teacher from elementary school. My kindergarten teacher, actually, and she wasn't the nicest lady. I'll be honest with you, man. My dad had to go in there a couple times and threaten the school because she was beating me up, basically. She beat up all the kids. Heck, I remember the one time it was nap time. We all took naps back then, and I woke up with a chair smashing me in the head because she was ripping across the room to get two little girls who were talking in their cots, and was chucking chairs out of the way and literally threw the chair through the air and it hit me in the head. So, probably what's wrong with me. Huh. A real little piece of I don't know, guys, what that is. It's just the edge of something. Could be a piece of a lamp or something that got broke, like the base or the base of something. So I'm gonna put the pottery back in the hole, put the metal in my pouch, scan over it, make sure that's what it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. That was a good chunk of metal, though. It should have been found. Alright, friends, we'll kick the camera off and get back with you here in a minute. Hey everyone, how we doing? Hey, Niagara County here. Getting ready to go do some detecting. I'm going to grab some coffee first at the local Tim Hortons. Good coffee. It's kind of chilly out today. It's kind of gray. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera. It's rained all night long. All night. But the ground soaked it up. It was so dry. It's been one of the driest Septembers on records around here, and it just soaked it right up. I'm glad we got it. Windy out. I'm not going to go stand out in the middle of a field, I don't think, and detect. They cut a couple of my cornfields that I really want to get on, and I only have a couple days because they replant them right away with winter wheat, and I'm just going to avoid it anyways. If I miss it, I miss it. It's just too windy. So I think I'm going to go down into a woods. I got a spot, or on the edge of a woods. There's some fields there that I've been trying to hunt, but I think I'm going to try. The grass is way too tall. The guy hasn't cut it yet, and they got some soybean up. They haven't cut that, but I can get in between a little bit of it. But there's a little windbreak from some trees, and there's a ravine with some water down in below. I might go down in there maybe and check. I've got some silver and some Indians around that before. There's always a chance where I'm going is for really old stuff, because it used to be an old hotel really close, so should be some large scents and stuff like that. Not really old, but you know, old for us in the US. So, we're here. Gonna grab some coffee and I will get back, guys. Hey guys, I'm at our spot here. There's a new house going up. I'm over in here. Right in here was a barn that was built. I'm coming up through here, and we've got a lot of hot rocks in this site apparently. Now, I'm having a little trouble adjusting to the hot rocks with the forest core. Now, they're all in the high 90s. I can notch that out, but I'm afraid to at this point because I'm not sure where the high silver's hitting. I should have tested this before, is what I should have done. What I think I'm going to do is notch out maybe 95 to 99. I've got the scrim set at everything 40 and down is blocked. Actually 45 and down is blocked out. I'm running tracking. One second, guys. And of course, doesn't it start to sprinkle? It hasn't rained all day, and it started sprinkling as soon as I got out here, but it stopped. So, okay, see this blinking? This blinking means tracking is on. Okay, this number here, I believe, is our ground. Okay, and right now the coil's not on the ground, so I'm in DI 3, which is discrimination 3. Let's see my settings. Sensitivity all the way at 95. There's no problem with that here at all. I have no EMI whatsoever. Frequency you cannot adjust in this mode here. You can in a couple of the Di2, I believe, and cog. Brightness, vibration is off, language, English, okay. So, how do I notch this out? Huh. I think there's a way I can notch it out, guys. Maybe I can't. I'm not sure. Oh, sorry guys. Just show you what I'm doing. I'm just going through. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go home and look up stuff and see if I can notch that out. It seems like I can notch out the top numbers, or I can just on the hot rocks I can ground balance over them and knock them out also. So even if I can't notch, I'm not sure. Can't remember if I could notch on this or not. Sorry about that, guys. I apologize. It's my bad. Okay, so I'm back on Di3, sensitivity 95. Iron disc is 45. Okay, and that's how I'm going to run. And what I'm going to do is try and ignore anything in the high 90s. So that means I got hot rocks. It seems this lower half of the field has this issue with this hot rocks. But anyways, I had a signal here. Okay, good signal. I flipped it out. I couldn't find it. Barely could find. I wasn't getting a signal, but in one spot I set the coil down. I got an overload, so I knew there was something down there. I was touching something. So I got the pinpointer and I found it. Check this out. Paper thin little piece of wire. It's copper. And that was pretty deep. That was about let's say 4 inches. So, but there it is, you know. Let me see if I can get. Look at that. Nice. Straighten it out, see if I can pick it up. There, I broke a piece off. Yeah, I think a lot of machines probably could do that. But... Okay, let me get back at it and get a signal and kick the camera back in. Hey guys, alright, I've worked up from about... I turned the camera on right on there. I've dug about 5-6 holes so far, about 3 or 4 shotgun cases, a couple little pieces of metal. It's got a bullet here. It's older. Not super old, but it's definitely older. It's got that patina on the copper. So, nothing great. Right in there was the barn, like I said. I think I'm going to work up and around the edge. I got some nice flat buttons up around the corner last week. I don't think I filmed it. I got a nice key too, an older key, like an old skeleton key. I figured there should be lots of them around here, being as there was a hotel. So they came out to get their horses and all that, and I'm sure, you know, they lost that stuff. So hopefully there should be a few more keys, because it's pretty cool. Alright guys, I'll kick the camera back on as we get moving here. Hey folks, okay, I've worked my way up around the corner. I was on the other side of that, now I'm over here near the house. And as you can see, it's a little bit thinner, the grass along the edge. And in here I found the flat buttons and the keys, just up in there. That was with the Deus. Right now I just got a really thin little piece of something. Looks like it might have went to something. I'm not sure. Thin. It's probably about 5 inches. I'm getting used to dealing with those hot rocks. I'm not digging anything in the high 90s. It fluctuates. If it's bouncing all over the place, I'm just avoiding it. I think I may be running a sensitivity too high, because I'm getting a lot of overloads. If anything's within a couple inches with the sensitivity this high of the surface, it overloads. So, but I'm dealing with it. I like the sensitivity really high, just so I can, you know, get that extra punch into the ground. So, but I think if you have a lot of iron, if I run into a real trashy spot, I'm going to jack it down, because then you're just putting too much power, and you know, you end up in reversing and having lots of masking issues then. So, okay, I'll keep searching up along here, and I think I'm going to go into those woods. or right along the edge, and just on the other side, as soon as you actually step into those trees, it starts going downhill into a ravine. So might work along the edge. This used to all be orchard, and before that, I actually, believe it or not, all this apparently was all Indian burial grounds. This whole hill all through here, before this town was settled here, and the early settlers just stripped and pillaged it, and nothing left. So alright guys, I'll get back at it. Alright guys, I got nothing good to report, but I want to show you how tiny this little piece of foil is that I just dug that hole and had to search through to find. It was very difficult to find. Once it came out of the ground, I couldn't get a signal, but man, tiny. Oh, you gotta dig it off. Could have been gold, right? Alright, we'll get back. Hey guys, alright, I've moved up a little bit. I haven't got much. A couple of shotgun cartridges. This is a shotgun cartridge here that's been folded over. This is the inside. I switched over to Di2, which is almost like squealer mode on the Deus. If you listen here. Super sensitive. Everything sounds the same except iron. Iron will be broke up. I've set iron mask all the way up to 50. I haven't got anything under 50 that was decent. I might miss a button or so, but I don't think so. I really don't. So I'm gonna run that for a bit and see how it is. I like the sound of this mode. I like it on the Deus, running it in those modes too. I can so a lot of, I'm running tracking still. Alright guys, I'm going to save the battery. It's too hard today with the wind and stuff too. So I'll kick the camera back on next time. Alright guys, I've stepped out of the field. I'm into the hedgerow and I'm actually... This is a little bit bigger than I forgot, or I remember, I'm sorry. Before you get to the downside where it starts to go down to the ravine, there's quite a bit of area up here to detect. And someone told me that the Boy Scouts used to camp up in this little area up in here, so I might find some Boy Scout stuff. But this is pretty thick. A lot of area to detect. It's out of the wind. Trees are pretty big, as you can see, some of them. It's been growing a while, but they used to work this field all the way to about here. And then these trees started to lay down. They never cut them. And then they never reclaimed the field. They just let it go. So, as you can see, these like kind of ruts in here. It's just cars used to drive down here, or trucks, whatever. There used to be a path that come up through there. We could drive up through, and then we'd go fishing down there. And that was when I was a little kid. That was 35 years ago plus. I mean, I'm 45 now. I was fishing here when I was 8, so actually younger than that. So it's been a while. Hopefully we find something here. I'm gonna have a little snack. Got me a little peanut butter chocolate bar to have on me. I'm a little Keebler. Well, it looks like something's been clawing at the tree here. This tree's probably, yeah, it's hollow. There's probably raccoons in this. This would make a perfect home for them. Yeah, it's chewed up all the way up. As you can see that. They're climbing up top. They got a hole somewhere. Alright guys, I'm going to have my snack and I'll start digging through here and we'll see what we find. It looks like there was a fire pit over there. Some rocks piled up. I don't know if you can see that right in there. Okay, I'll get back with you. Check this size out, or check this out, guys. I thought this was a fire pit. The foundation here. Someone had a little building here. Here's one wall. Here's another one. And then there's the other piece there. And as you can see, there's some wall over there. Goes down. So maybe they had an ice house or smokehouse over here, but that definitely was a little building. Let's see it concreted in. That's awesome. I didn't know that was here. This might be good, guys. We might get something in here. So much area we got. There's not a lot. You can see that real green down there. That's the lake, or it's a reservoir is what it is. There used to be a little, they used to generate some electricity here. There was a little building, a tiny little dam with a little turbine, I think, and they just let it go. It just went all to hell. They let it all, the dam collapsed. This used to be fuller with water, and now it's all filled with sludge and seaweed, and it used to be 20 foot deep. Now it's probably 5 foot deep with 20 foot of sludge. So we spent a lot of time up here when I was kids, or we were kids. We did a lot of fishing and camping and hunting, and not really hunting so much. Did more of that towards my way, my parents' house. But yeah, this was great, and this looks good, guys. I'm excited. So let's get swinging and see what we find. First find, guys, is a Winchester stainless steel shotgun cartridge. Never seen anything like this before myself. I mean, I've hunted for years. I never saw one of these. Must be something someone was loading themselves and maybe reusing a lot. I don't know if you can read it. But yeah, that's heavy, and it's certainly not going to rot. It's stainless. Huh. Very interesting. Stainless steel shotgun cartridge. Some of you guys might have seen a lot of them. I don't know. Alright, we'll get back with you. Hey guys, look at it. I want to point this out. You see those plants there? Those don't grow wild. That grows when someone plants them. This may have been someone's cabin back in the day. More of them all up through there. They spread. Check this rock out. I've never seen nothing like that. Just laying on the surface. Some of the holes go through. Interesting. I'm trying to figure out what this mound is here. If it was here or if it's newer. I know it's hollowed out. The animals are living in it. I can see some holes in here, and probably skunks or something. They like to dig into mounds like this. This got me intrigued though, all these signs of previous habitation. So I'm gonna get back at it. Hey guys, alright, I've been in it for probably about, I don't know, 40-45 more minutes since I filmed that little chunks of foundation and stuff I found, which are right in there somewhere, near that hill, that little lump right in there. I've been digging lots of stuff like this, ends of shotgun cartridges, little pieces of lead, little tiny pieces of lead and stuff like this. I haven't found anything good so far, no coins or relics. But that's nice in here. It's not real windy or anything, and it's pretty nice, and there's a good chance I could find something in here. I just feel it. So yeah, I'm starting to really enjoy the forest here. I'm using I took my iron disc all the way down to 20. I'm on DI3. I've got iron mass down on 16. I'm going to put it on 20. I thought I had it on 20. I switched over to DI3 in here. Dropped it down. I wanted to hear the iron a little bit more. I do like to hear it. So, alright. If I get anything, I'm going to call it soon. I think my wife sent me a text and said she's grabbing some dinner. So, I might go home and eat soon and visit with her and the boy and see how things are going with them. So I'll get the video up, and not much to it. So I got a little bit from yesterday and a little bit from today. I'll throw it on. No great finds or anything, but I got out a little bit. So All right, get back with